This video will show you how to replace the crankshaft position sensor on a Cadillac CTS with a 3.6-liter engine. This will be accessed from under the passenger side of your engine. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. To gain access to the crankshaft position sensor, you want to safely raise and support the passenger side front of the vehicle so you can make your way under. Once you've made your way under, we're looking for our engine oil pan. We can see the drain plug. Make your way straight up along the side of the engine here, and this is where we can see a shield protecting our crankshaft position sensor. So as I make my way up here, we can see the shield and we can see our crankshaft position sensor. Now we're going to have to dislodge the shield so we can pull this away enough to be able to remove the sensor. To do this, there's a small area that we're going to have to pry out on. There's just a small metal clip holding this in place. Now as far as this small circular clip, you're pretty much going to have to break it off of here. Sometimes you can use a screwdriver. There's my small circular clip. Now at this point, we're going to carefully flex the shield out and away from the stud here. We do intend on reusing the shield, so I don't want to cause any damage, but it is fairly flexible. Let's continue on to our electrical connector next. As far as dislodging the electrical connector, I typically like to do this with an angled pick. I'm going to go underneath my locking tab and gently pry it away. You could also use your hands or even a screwdriver and press on this area here. Sometimes this will not flex far enough though. So with that said, I'm just going to go underneath that locking tab, gently pry it away. And now I can also pry this out and away from the sensor itself. Once you have it disconnected, of course, a quick inspection for corrosion. That wiring looks good, so we're going to set it aside. We'll continue on to the mounting bolt holding the sensor in place. So I'm using a 10mm for my mounting bolt. We'll be turning that counterclockwise until we remove it. Of course, a thorough inspection and we'll set it aside. There's that mounting bolt. Let's move along to the sensor. Now continuing on, we need to break the crankshaft position sensor free from the engine. Typically for this, you want to try to take hold of the base area that we just removed the mounting bolt from. We want to attempt to lift this up and down, spinning the sensor. It's common for it to be stuck in place. Now if it is stuck in place, be extremely careful not to break it off inside of the engine. Okay, so we do have some movement here. This is a good sign. Now I'm just going to see if I can pry it out. As I mentioned, I want to be careful not to break it. We'll slide the sensor out of position. There it is, friend. Now prior to installing our part, the next thing we want to do is clean and inspect the mounting area. For this, I'm using a clean rag. I don't want to use any type of detergent. We're cleaning and inspecting the circular port where the sensor slides into, and of course the mounting bolt port as well. This looks good. Now we can prepare to install the crankshaft position sensor. The first thing that I always like to do is apply some lubricant along my sealing O-ring. That's going to help this slide into place easily. We'll line it up with the corresponding port, press it in towards the engine. Once it's bottomed out, align the mounting bolt port, and we'll start in that mounting bolt. Once you have that lightly bottomed out, torque it to 89 inch-pounds. We'll just double check to make sure the sensor is properly secured in place. Continue on to the electrical connector next. As far as reconnecting the connector, we need to make sure we have the locking tab facing down as we press it into the proper positioning. Now I can see I do have it aligned properly. I want to make sure I press it in all the way until I hear a click from that. Double check, make sure it's secure. There's our click, and it is secure. Let's protect the area with its protective shield next. Now, if you do still have your circular clip, install that now. You could also use a different piece of hardware if necessary. We do want to make sure it's secured. Press that on as far as possible. Make sure the shield's in place. Okay, friend, we finished the installation of the vehicle crankshaft position sensor. The next thing you want to do is make your way out from under the vehicle. You're going to start the vehicle and let it run. Confirm you have no misfire and no running condition. Take your vehicle for a road test. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.